don't know.
Yeah. What?
I don't know. I don't know if I like that path.
What path?
That path that we're on.
It's a very narrow path.
It's a lot of your mom and
Very slippery slope.
a lot of weird stuff. You know, it doesn't matter. I'm sure it's fine.
It's fine.
I'm sure it's fine. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Amelia got her 1-year-old shots today,
Yeah.
so was not happy, but she's doing a little better now.
She hates getting shots.
Yeah, dude. I mean, those needles are fucking big.
They are, especially compared to her.
Like when I had to get my penicillin shot, it wasn't even that fucking big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was like, yeah, it was. They were fucking raunchy, like boom,
that's-
right in the fucking thigh too. They just get them.
It's different. It's
Oh, yeah.
different. Like when
She's
you see
fucking
a small
swollen.
child get a shot like that.
Dude,
it's,
fucking screaming.
it's not
And like
good.
we had to hold her down, right? So it's like probably scarring to an extent.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
I gave her a fucking Cheeto, dude. She forgot all about it. She did. She just forgot all about it. She's
I
like,
love it.
she's like, man, Dad, all that shit that just happened like an hour ago.
Right.
Let's water under the bridge, pal.
Guys, welcome to the Mind Snacks podcast. It is Wednesday, October 9th, the year 2024. I'm here in the studio with my friend Tyler Mee. Tyler, how you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah?
Doing good.
Yeah.
I don't think much has changed since last week.
No. Same stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Good.
So
Well, we got an exciting night tonight.
I do.
We got we are moving up in the world.
Moving to the moon,
To the moon.
like fucking
To the
Dogecoin,
moon.
dude.
It starts here, but to the moon like Dogecoin.
like fucking Dogecoin.
So what you're saying is the ultimate crash is coming? Crypto's
I mean-
only going to be cool for so long.
I mean, yeah, but we can ride it out while it lasts. You know what I'm
I
saying?
hope so. I hope so.
Everything's got to come to an end.
I hope so. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest in the studio tonight, very exciting. I believe the words are affordable and adorable,
Oh yeah.
or what was used in the past.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man is a touring comic, currently doing cruise ships, writer for the Bob and Tom Show. I don't think I missaid that. I think that's correct.
That's a real thing.
I know you contribute
Sure.
in some fashion.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeff Bodart, welcome to the studio,
Hey.
Jeff. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing, man?
really well.
Good to be here.
Really well, dude. I'm
That was
glad-
hard to be quiet when you
yeah,
guys
dude,
were
I'm-
talking.
Yeah, most people don't.
I was like, no, I like to follow rules. I
Yeah.
felt like that was a rule.
Yeah.
I'd let you have your intro. Like it's my fucking show. I would let you have your
I allowed you
Yeah.
the
No, I
space
I'd like to.
to introduce yourself in a manner in which you choose.
It's just common courtesy.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
fucking
You
manners.
dumb motherfuckers! No, I'm just. No, I mean that. You guys are real dumb,
Dude, I love it. It's so catching you at a time when you were home
Yeah.
was not as difficult as I thought it would be to do, and I know it's because you were so agreeable.
Yeah.
Like you were like, "Hey, I'm going to be home in October. Hit me up in October."
Exactly.
I did not realize it was that easy
Yeah.
to get you to do stuff.
Listen, I manage my affairs real loosey goosey.
Yeah.
I really don't care. I'll do pretty much whatever podcast you want me on or any
Yeah.
show, and
I love it.
Yeah, I don't mind hanging out.
It's so
goofing
fun
around.
because just yesterday somebody commented. Do you remember the other day I posted that thing on Facebook? I was like, "Pretend to be me in the comments."
Yeah.
And it was hysterical. The results were great. But one guy in particular, he goes, "Hi, I'm Sean Burton. I have a podcast. You should check it out with the other 12 people that watch it."
Who said
and I was
that?
like, it's getting better, you piece of shit, first of all.
Who was it?
And Aaron, guy I worked with, he
Oh.
got fired, which I don't know if that is why he's so mad at me, but
Maybe.
doesn't matter. Dude, he goes on to say, like, "I have a gambling problem." And I'm like, okay, that's a little personal. But, it ends with, like, there was, "Check out my podcast. I have a gambling problem." And there was something else. I can't remember. That was going to be a better story.
Bedwetter?
No, that's not.
Really?
That wouldn't be true.
I feel like you look like a bedwetter.
Well, I was up until about, right before COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6. Yeah. I
Right
was gonna
before
say
COVID.
6 years
really?
ago,
So
probably.
COVID repaired that?
No, COVID gave me other things to focus on.
Oh, okay.
So where a lot of people bedwet
Okay.
because they're not focused, I was very staunchly focused on wetting the bed.
Oh wow!
It seemed like a thing. Not
for
many other
you.
adults were doing it.
Right? What would Jesus do?
I'm into that. What he
Probably.
might.
You never know.
He might.
You never know.
Nobody ever laid with Jesus.
Jesus liked to pee on people. What happened?
Isn't that how he like
possible.
healed him?
No, I think it was spit and dirt and made it mud. put it on Lazarus's eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Lazarus was able to see.
And for some reason,
I've heard it both ways.
they still don't cure leprosy that way.
To this day.
To this day.
Wow.
Really?
You know,
Modern medicine ain't got shit on old JC.
They
No,
know
that's
the
right.
fucking cure.
Nothing.
Right?
Nothing.
Hey,
So,
hey,
dude,
hey, language.
Oh, yeah.
language. God. Have you ever been told that?
What a
No.
dick.
Yeah.
He's a dick.
Yeah. No, I have.
Yeah. Not here, though.
Not here, but I have been told that.
Interesting.
I was on stage. That's what I do. No, I was on stage on a cruise ship, and it's a clean show. And so, you know, and I get going so fast sometimes that my brain can't always like sort of keep up or sync my mouth and my brain at the same time. But I said, holy shit, during the clean show.
Oh, okay.
And I was so like, you know, stunned that I swear to God, I almost said, oh, fuck, I just said shit. And that would have been worse.
Sure.
And that would have gotten back to the powers that be. And I don't know, I might be in trouble.
So
I try to follow the rules.
Which cruise line are you working for?
Royal Caribbean.
Your RC, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
They're great. I honestly really enjoy them a lot.
Do you like doing the cruise ship thing?
I do now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that, well, I think I had to get used to some of the downtime. I had to get used to being away, you know, being on the water so much.
I'll say, what's a day in the life like? Because, I mean, your show, I mean, you're doing a couple shows a night, right?
Well, it depends on what kind of ship I'm on. Generally, lately, I do a lot of the theater ships. So I do, if I'm on for like, you know, 2 weeks, I might do, that might be, if that's 2 cruises, I might do 2 shows.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Two shows per cruise. So I'll do like a welcome aboard show, and then I'll do an adult show, and then every once in a while they'll say, "Hey, can you do an extra set for the farewell show?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine, whatever." Yeah. But it all has to be separate material. So you can do, you know, 20 to 30 minutes on a welcome aboard show, and then you do a 30 to 40 minutes dirty show with different material. And if you do a farewell show, which is another 20 minutes or so, it's again different material. So, you know, when I first started off, and you know, I've been a comic for a long time, but I don't know exactly to the minute how much material I have. But then it was like, oh fuck, I'm a little nervous. I don't normally get nervous, but since you wanted, you know, since I've already done 40 and then probably 25. I mean, I've already done over an hour.
Right.
And then you're like, oh shit, okay, now I got to think like, okay, I can do that bit, I can do that bit. And I got to put bits that don't normally go together. I have to put them together and figure out a transition and a segue, you know, and sometimes you just don't.
Sure.
It just these random lines pop out. So that was when I got nervous. Now it's like, it's pretty easy because I can.
What if you get to a place where you're just like, I don't believe in segues anymore?
Some comics don't.
I know, I've seen it.
You know, I know comics who do just set up punch jokes. You know, like there's an old comic, I don't know if he's still around, but Lord Corrette, he used to do literally, he would do an hour of just set up punch.
Right.
My cat, blah, 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 and then punchline, that's it.
That's like a Jimmy A. Carr.
Yeah, Jimmy Carr,
stuff.
yeah.
Jimmy Carr does a lot of that where
He's
it's
funny.
just like machine gun, punchline.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Very like nonstop kind of, you know, no, not really any kind of, I don't know. Just
He seems pretty intelligent, too.
Yeah, extremely.
Yeah.
You are also an intelligent comic to watch, and you can tell. And it's funny because I remember watching your show, and it's like everybody's like, "Well, does he do a lot of crowd work?" I'm like, "Yes," but when he does, like, somebody's gonna feel really stupid, and that's what I noticed about Jeff is when he does crowd work, like somebody's gonna feel like, "Oh shit, fuck this guy,"
Yeah.
but not really. But like sometimes.
Yeah, I love doing crowd work. It seems like there's just nothing but crowd work videos online now from comics. And
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys know, but that's because comics don't want to burn bits.
Sure.
If you don't want to burn a bit, you know, online. And they're
Right.
like, what are they coming to see now?
Well, if it goes viral, right? Everybody's seen it. Then what?
Exactly.
You know, comedy's only funny because you haven't seen it.
And so crowd work for me, I always have, like, if I'm going to do crowd work, I always have a joke I'm getting to. Okay.
Right.
Now, for example, like if this started off as off the cuff, strictly never said it before. It started off this way, where I look at a couple, and I will ask the guy, "Is this your, wife?" And they go, "Yeah." And I go, "Okay." How long have you been married? And usually the guy doesn't know, which is funny, usually. Right. And then I'll ask her, and I go, "This is your guy?" She goes, "Yeah." And I go, "This guy?" She goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Out of the fucking world, that's what you picked."
That's what we look at Tyler's wife and say.
Yeah. Right? Oh, I gotta see a picture. And I go, did you make it out of the county when you were looking around for a guy, or did you just pick a neighbor? So it started off as genuine crowd work, but now it goes everywhere. But then you can ask them how they met, which is kind of fun. I don't know that, I don't really have a joke for that. And then, it is kind of fun, but it's right. Sort of structured crowd work. I don't think every comic does it like that, but that's how I do it. Yeah. It's structured. I know where I'm going.
So you have a thing that you're doing when you do crowd work. It's not always just off the cuff.
Yeah, it's not always 100% off the cuff. Some things I like to just see what happens.
Sure.
Like sometimes, when you talk to kids, oh my God, when you talk to kids, you have no idea what they're going to say.
Sure.
Oh, hell.
It is ridiculous. And the problem is it's a clean show, so you can't say, "You're fucking dumb." You can't, You
just think it's like, "Oh, Phil, please don't fucking come out of my mouth."
Right? And I got to be like, okay, like real, and it's fine. I'm pretty respectful because I think kids are great. They really are. I make fun 100%. Of them. But I do open the shows with, this is a clean show. This is a family show. It's clean comedy because kids ruin everything. And I look at a kid in the crowd and I go, "This is your fault." And I go, "No, I mean that. This is your fault."
I mean every word.
Why don't you go sit in the room? And then just whatever.
Right.
And then, and then you kind of go from there, see what happens. But they're honest too.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
100%. That's the best thing about a kid. You ever want to know something that's genuine and real, they will tell you.
Oh, yeah.
100% what they think from their perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Uncut.
Wildest fucking shit you've ever heard.
Uncut. My 13-year-old is like that.
Wildest
just
shit
honest
you ever
as
heard.
can be, and sometimes it hurts.
I remember I'm gonna curse again. I'm sorry, you're sensitive ears, but I'm saying,
earmuffs.
But over 20 years ago, I remember this kid fucking heckling me, and still remember it to this day. He goes, "I could ramp off your bangs," and I was like, "Motherfucker!"
I can picture your hair.
Like
dude.
it was at the time. The bangs were kind of up a little bit, just a little bit, kind of swooped.
Yeah,
and I was like, "You son of a bitch!" That was good. That was really good. But I can't say anything because he's a kid.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
you're like, "You little son of a bitch."
Shouldn't say anything.
No, well, I didn't. I mean,
he sees him at the buffet line later. He's like, "Listen here, you little shit."
But I couldn't get too mad because I was like, "Man, that was really good."
Right.
I mean, 20 years ago, yeah, I still remember that shit.
He just walks up to you. He just walks up to you on the swim deck and gives you a thing of aloe.
This kid's got to be 30 now, right? You know what? I'm gonna find this asshole and punch him in the fucking face. What a dick, right?
Yeah. Where is he from?
Is your early onset baldness?
Oh yeah, dude. We'll put up flyers and shit.
Oh my God, it was pretty funny, and he was just a kid. He was just had his skateboard and stuff.
That's great.
I think I did ask him. I go, "How many times have you been held back?" Huh? Been held back a lot.
Oh, God.
I mean, I've been held back once, and I can usually smell my own.
What's in school suspension
I can usually
like?
Smell my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's like, "You look like the type."
Oh yeah. That's really all I could do.
Sure.
I said, "You got homework due now, don't you?"
Right.
It's you never know. But I gotta give it to that kid. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Still remember it.
He's like, that geometry you're failing right now? You ain't ever gonna use it anyway.
Right.
Geometry.
Have fun in school.
As a 10-year-old? Is he taking geometry at 10 years old?
Well, I mean, I don't know. He might be advanced.
How smart do you think this kid is?
He might be accelerated.
I mean, I can ramp up your bangs at top shelf, but
He
I don't
did
know.
burn you.
He did.
He did,
You know what?
yeah.
How dare you? You
I'm
weren't
just
there.
saying.
You know?
I mean, he's got
he
it.
did. He did.
Yeah,
burn me.
dude, yeah. I mean,
He did. I did deserve it too.
You gotta give respect to kids that are like kind of witty like that.
It was pretty funny.
I mean,
It was pretty funny.
he's probably a fucking troll now, dude. Like he's probably
Internet troll.
he's probably on the internet just fucking living off.
He's
that
probably
moment.
working swing shift at Wendy's right now. What a
dude.
dick.
I'm just doing this. I'm just doing this before I really make
He's
it
probably
big.
an engineer making more money than me right now.
Before my fucking TikTok takes off, dude. This is just a fill-in spot.
Right.
You know what? I hope he has the same fucking story, just in reverse. Like, I was at this show a long time ago, and I told this comedian I could ramp off his bangs. Right? And I hope all of his friends are like, "You know what, man? That wasn't that funny."
Well, so here's the thing too. That expires. Like at 30, had he said that to you, it's not funny.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
but at 10, it's
yeah. Oh, at
hysterical.
10. Oh,
So
absolutely.
that definitely has an expiration date, which is good for you because
I'm still punching him though.
he deserves it.
Yeah, he deserved
He
every,
earned
every bit of it. And I'm following through.
Well, Jeff, there's a ton to talk about
Is there though?
with you. Yeah,
Really?
there's a ton.
All right.
So things that you may not seem interesting, that may not seem interesting to you, are interesting to us.
Oh, okay.
Like we're still like the Bob and Tom show.
Yeah.
What's
Like,
that?
How did you even like? How long have you been a part of that now?
The first time I was on the show, it was in 2004. I was working at, can I name it? The place I was working at
Sure.
the time?
Yeah.
Sure.
I was working at the Republic newspaper as a graphic designer. I started comedy in 01, okay? And in 04, I was asked to be on the show. So 3 years in, which is kind of unheard of. Now, I'm not
Yeah.
tooting my own horn, and I probably shouldn't have done it, but I did because you take those opportunities as they come. You know, you
Right.
don't know.
Yeah.
But you never know when you're going to get those chances again.
Sure.
So I
Now
got
they asked you to be on the show to do what?
to be a guest.
Just a guest. Okay.
Yeah.
So you were already doing stand up around the area, and they were like, "This guy's good. We got to have him on the show."
Yeah, another comic had given my name and said, "Hey, you should have him on the show." And that's nice. And I never knew. I mean, I knew he did it, but I didn't know it was going to actually,
Come
happen.
to fruition.
Sure.
Right. So then they got a hold of me. The booker got a hold of me and says, "Do you want to be on the show Monday or Tuesday?" I said, "Yeah, let's do Tuesday." So they gave me a Monday because I'm like, smooth everything over. Basically, what it was they didn't want me to. They said, I said, "Hey, I'm going to be here tomorrow. Just a little late because I'm going to be on the Bob and Tom show," and they just did not like that. And they said, "You can either have a job or do the show."
Oh shit.
And I'll give you to the end of the day to think about it. I'm like, "No, I already know. I know what I'm doing."
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I see you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, "Oh, you can give your key and collect your things." I'm like, "Okay." And
So
then-
that was the Republic.
Uh-huh.
And they. Wow. So
Yeah.
you had to make a choice at that point. Like, okay. are
Oh,
we-
in that instant, yeah.
How serious are we about comedy?
Absolutely.
Pretty fucking serious.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's worked out well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 20 years later, and now you're here.
Oh yeah. All right.
You fucking made it, dude. You fucking
this
made
is
it.
peak.
Right?
Yeah.
I would say peak.
Fantastic.
This peak for us.
No.
We've been doing this 5 years.
Oh, wow, okay.
It took us a while to get our shit together.
Oh,
and
good for
finally
you,
peak.
though.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, like when it comes to having guests and really focusing on guests that are from this area, like we're starting to build up. We've had a couple of really cool ones. Sam Simmermaker's coming.
Oh,
next
Sam's
month.
great.
So can't wait to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's worked, and it's kind of, we found our shtick. Took us a while. We used to just turn cameras on and play flippy tack-toe and get drunk, and that was our show. And
Yeah,
after a while,
It
like
was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
it was fun while it lasted. Then we both got married and grew up a little bit. And it was like, hey, you know what? Maybe this isn't good.
You're just basically loafing on the air.
Yeah, dude,
That's
it was
good.
And some people were really entertained.
It was
Oh,
good.
really?
Yeah.
But
By that, huh?
but the reach was was
Okay.
tough to reach new people.
No, I bet.
when
I
they
bet it
would
was.
say, what's your show like?
We were appealing to that skateboard kid. It's what we were.
That's the
yeah,
thing.
dude.
He needed to see us.
He probably
and
watched.
probably never did.
Yeah.
But so anyway, you go on Bob and Tom first time in 2004. Cost you a job at the Republic.
Yeah, when I got there, and then I obviously knew I didn't have a job to go back to. I had a parents' basement, and that's about it. So then I got on the show, and then Sam Griswold was he's a comic and improv kid, and I say kid, he's in his 30s now, but he was in the green room before, just basically hanging out before he went to school, because somebody on the show would go take him to school.
Right.
For Tom. And so then I was talking to him, and he even remembers to this day talking to me in
Oh, wow.
04. And it was interesting, and I've gotten his perspective before. And so I got on the show, and I told Bob and Tom all about it. I told Tom about it on before we got on the air, and he's like, oh, let's talk about this. Okay. So, yeah, and so it worked out.
Interesting.
He's
So,
like
yeah.
the fucking Republic.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't even say the name.
Sure.
But obviously, if you're from small town Indiana, and it's the only paper.
Yeah.
So
It's not Hustler.
Yeah, I have to be kind to the Republic right now, as I was nominated for Best Bartender in Columbus.
Oh, wonderful.
For their Reader's Choice Awards. It feels really good to be nominated. I won't win.
How do you
But
know? How do you know?
Because it's rigged.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like everything else. If you ain't downtown, you ain't shit.
Oh, wow. Oh, I haven't been nominated as best local comic.
Do they have that category?
Those
Is there another-
dirty sons of bitches.
Is
they
there
have that
another
category?
local comic?
No, I don't think there. What? No, what?
mean-
What's going on?
Aside from the only other local comic I would know is Robert.
Oh, Robert Haysmith?
Yeah.
He's not even local anymore.
Yeah.
So it looks like I should get it.
Yeah, should be the one
fucking
shoo-in.
automatically win.
Absolute shoe-in.
Huh?
Yeah.
Win by default. That's what I always like.
Yeah.
Sure.
Winning by default.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Forfeits, I'll take them all day.
Yeah, all day.
I'll
It's not
take
even
a
a
forfeit all
forfeit. It's
day.
just it's like I won. Yeah,
That's
against
true.
you, myself.
So you're on the show, and you became a writer for the show.
I became a writer for the show in 2014. I had been on the show a few times, obviously, since then. There was a stretch there from like 04 to, 09, 10, where I hadn't done the show. And so then I did the show again at one point. I can't remember. It may have been early on. But anyway, so I did the show again. And then I subsequently started doing the show a little bit more every time. And then 2014, I'd been on the show a couple more times just in that, in 2014 by itself. And then I went ahead and just emailed a joke to, Tom, because I thought, oh, this is funny. And the joke was something about inflatables or big inflatable rafts or inflatable pools or something like that. And it was real dumb. And I said, somebody got caught doing something with one sexually.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, that's like doing a fat girl. And, big, and I was just juvenile, dumb.
Sure.
But he's like, oh, that's funny. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So then like the next day he goes, do you want to write for the show? I'm like, yeah, I do. That'd be great. So,
Yeah. Matter of
turns
fact,
out-
I would like to be a part of
yeah.
that.
And I'd like to think I became a better writer.
This basement's getting pretty stuffy.
Right. That's,
So I've been writing,
classic. So, that's
writing
cool.
for them for, a decade now.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That is cool. Now, how has the show evolved since the retirement
Of Bob?
of Bob?
I think the show, go ahead.
No. I mean, that's just basically the question.
I think the show was evolved with bringing in Josh
Sure.
to sort of replace the personality. And Josh is a different personality than Bob. Bob's a great laugher, very sharp and distinctive voice.
Right.
And when he laughs, you can tell. But God bless Bob and his cancer battle and things like that. I think he's okay now. I don't know the whole story right now, but Josh has really brought in such a refreshing sense of humor to the show. Like he's so quick-witted, he's so fast, and I like he and I have similar similar joke ideas, and because the things I write, because I get the articles and things, and I'll write some jokes for Tom and see how this is, whatever, and then Josh will say it. I'm like, whoa, that's the joke that I thought of, where I had just the relaxation of my evening of hanging out, but he in that instant thought of it. I'm like, so he's really fast.
Yeah.
It's very impressive. So it's evolved that way, and I think that they've gotten away from doing some of like the sketch stuff or the bits, the call-in stuff,
Right.
and the pre-recorded things. I don't know why necessarily, because we did that some of it in that time from 14 to 16 or so.
Sure.
We would write some of the recorded bits, but it's a really fun show still, in my opinion.
Right.
And with the loss of Ron Sexton as Donnie Baker and
Dude, that guy.
yeah
That guy. That was sad.
yeah.
That was sad. A lot of good comedy went away. Because, that guy was still on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Up until...
Ron used to stop by the club back in my open mic days, and he wasn't even necessarily a full-time comic. He wasn't even he was going to open mic himself.
Right.
And so, but he would do bits as himself, and they were funny.
Yeah.
But I saw the same bits he did as Donnie Baker, and I remember the same bits. I'm like, oh, they're funnier as Donnie Baker.
Sure. Well, everything I think is funny
Yeah.
as Donnie Baker. It's got to be.
And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, I get that. That's good for that character.
Sure.
So, but he was such a good guy, and just to hang out. But he was like a radio producer for a little while.
Tyler has been called Timu Donnie Baker from time to time.
We were at.
I think it's the Three Musketeer facial hair.
I think
that
so.
does it
I
for
think
you.
so.
It could be.
It's like I had when I got called that. We were at that place in
Greenwood.
Greenwood.
That's a nice place. I've been there.
And they were doing like a bingo or something. And I was walking to the bathroom, and the guy stopped bingo and was like, "Hey, man!" And I had my hat on backwards, fucking my white trash hair hanging down, dude. Fucking, you see this Joe Dirt style facial hair?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Huh?" And I look over, and he's like, "Anyone ever tell you look like Donnie Baker?" I'm like, "Honestly, dude, all the time." And then he just went back to bingo. I'm like, "Thanks, dude."
Strange reason to stop bingo.
Yeah, he just stopped it. He's like, "Hey, man," I'm like, I didn't know he was talking to me at first. I'm like, what the
Also,
fuck?
it's strange that they had bingo at that place.
Yeah,
Doesn't seem like a bingo hall.
it's like a
type
music
Of,
bingo thing.
oh, okay.
music bingo.
Okay, like a single
yeah,
bingo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. I've heard
That
of it.
makes more
What's a
sense.
single bingo?
So it's like you hear a song,
Like a portion of it.
like a portion of a song, and your bingo card will have songs on there.
Oh, okay.
And you only get to hear so much of the song, and you've got to mark it. And then, of course, just like standard bingo.
All I
Like,
need
free space
is
in the middle.
1 second of Savage Garden,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
and I can get the song on the bingo card.
One song.
Yeah.
Just that song.
You know, there's
Yeah.
24 songs on the bingo card.
Any song.
Any Savage
Ask-
Garden song?
Ask me any.
There's no way there's a bingo card that exists that has more than one Savage Garden song
Do
on
they
it.
even have more than one song in real life?
I don't think so.
The two,
I mean,
maybe?
they probably had an album that
Well,
that
they-
Didn't they
won.
have the chicken to China, the Chinese chicken?
No, that was Bare Naked
yeah,
Ladies.
it's Bare
Oh,
Naked
that's right, the Bare
Ladies.
Naked Ladies.
They had that Chicka Cherry Cola song.
Oh, chicken cherry cola. Yeah.
Cola, yeah.
I got
That
my
one
chicken
song
wrong.
was accompanied by an album of other things that just sucked.
No, there was two. They had that. They had Truly Madly Deeply.
That was a slow song, though.
Yeah, but dude, if everyone knows it.
But I gotta
Some
be honest,
people
out of
know.
all the gardens, they were the most savage.
They were the most savage.
Yeah.
They took home the cake with
Well,
that
it's
one.
nice when you can do that and appropriate. Back up your band name. You know, if you're going to talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they
Be
were
about
They
it.
were actually about
They
it.
fucking walked
Good for
the
them.
walk.
Are they from England? Are they from America? Do you know? And what? I mean, since you're in the fan club still, are you?
Tyler has never been tested on his Savage Garden knowledge, and I'm loving every bit
Oh,
of this
wow.
right now.
Are they?
Yeah, I have no idea, dude. I sold my T-shirt a long time ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Got rid of your card.
Yeah, dude,
It's
man.
gone.
I'm like, man, you ever heard these guys? You guys ever heard techno, man? Fuck Savage Garden. I'm like,
Truly, madly, deeply, or until you're tired of it.
You know what? That is a good song. That is a good song.
yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's an
you,
all right
you didn't
song.
know that was a song.
Yeah,
No, he brought it up.
yeah. I used to rock the shit out of that song. man.
Okay.
Well, when you were trying to get laid,
Yeah.
you put that. How many mixtapes did you include that on?
Okay, first off, flash drives or CDs. Okay, I don't have a mixtape.
Sorry,
Mm.
he's young.
Oh.
Yeah. I
10
bur-
years-
I
10
burnt,
years
I
younger
burnt
than
it
I.
to
Wait,
a
how old are
CD.
you?
Carry the one.
32?
32.
Yeah.
32. Okay. You're very weathered for 32.
Extremely.
Bro, you can see it from this side.
No, I don't want to.
It's a good choice.
Interesting.
Yeah. Pretty well. I've heard that's a very nice way to put it.
Yeah.
I've heard it way worse than that.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah. A lot of
Wait a
people
minute,
should
did
have
he
wore
just
a
say I
few
look
more
like-
condoms.
Well, it turns out my mom didn't like the swallow.
It looks like you get bad news once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Maybe more often.
I love every bit of this, by the way. You gotta know that.
Sheesh. Yeah,
gotta
he's
know.
just like, hey,
So what do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah.
I'm an instrumentation technician at Cummins in town.
Oh, wow. Huh.
I know, dude.
What-
It's fucking. You would never picture me firing.
Instrumentation technician.
Yeah, sounds cool, doesn't it?
So are there needles involved? Like you,
There can be.
Like you look at something and like, oh,
Gauges-
you're burying the
gauges
needle,
and
that kind of
shit.
thing?
Yeah, there's
You just walk
gauges.
up to something, you just tap in it, and
yeah.
like, oh, it was stuck. It's fine. Is that like
Hit it
part
with
of
a
your
screwdriver.
job?
Flow switches. You just
Oh, flow switches.
they fucking go. Yeah, whatever.
wow.
All kinds of shit. Yeah, yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
I me neither.
Good for you, man.
Makes two of us.
Good for you, though.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I
That's
mean,
great.
you would never look at me and be like, man.
Instrumentation
You're like,
technician.
yeah, you're like, there's no way that guy's got two brain cells that fire at the same time ever.
No,
Here
don't
I
shit
am.
on yourself,
And
man.
here I am.
No, you seem like
Fucking
a,
killing
a smart, halfway smart guy. You got
half-
glasses and
yeah.
stuff, so that's something, right? We're
His
still
hair's-
judging on based on
Well,
glasses,
here's,
right?
his hair's up.
Oh yeah, dude, you want me to let it down?
Yeah.
Hey, you don't even bangs I can ramp off of. That's
Dude, I look like fucking Samson from the Bible, don't I? Probably.
You look like the guy from the the curly headed blonde guy from Karate Kid on the. You
You didn't even peg me for the Wish.com Thor, dude.
No, no, you're not that attractive. I'm just saying, but like, no, I just mean like, what's the guy on the Cobra Kai, the blonde curly?
I've never seen an episode of Cobra Kai.
No, the movie.
The
Karate Kid, but he was on Cobra Kai team.
There's a guy.
You know what? How?
Yeah, I say we
need to
look him up.
We need to do research.
What if I look like him?
Oh my God, you guys are so disappointing.
Yeah, I've never seen. Dude, I'm 32. What do you want from me here?
This is true. No, he nailed that. We're absolute disappointments.
When did this shit come out, dude?
All right, curly-headed guy. Guy from Cobra Kai.
He gets like Googling Gary Oldman and forgetting the R.
Where'd he go?
Curly-headed guy.
You find it? No.
Curly-headed blonde kid.
Let me just look up Karate Kid movie.
I think I got it.
Is he a kid or is it a guy?
That's not him. That's no.
Okay. No, then I don't have it.
Who is it? Like Hans Gruber?
No, not Hans Gruber.
I don't mean to bring down the flow.
Oh, there's no flow.
No, yeah. I mean,
There's no flow. Half the battle, it's a live show. I mean,
But it's bothering me now. It's one of those things where it's bothering me.
We need a person that does all this in the background.
we really do.
We need a guy.
We need Joe Rogan's got Jamie.
Yeah, we need a Jamie.
I mean, we're not fucking Joe Rogan.
But we need a Jamie.
We need a Jamie.
They're not getting paid.
No.
But I mean, they can hang out.
Sure.
This is really bothering me.
Was he like a young kid at the time or like an old guy?
He was a kid. He was on the Cobra Kai. I mean, he's probably in his 20s. But I don't know.
What all have you gotten? When he had shorter hair, he was the Wish.com Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. I don't know. We could probably go through Diddy's archives and find a picture of this kid.
we say Chris Hemsworth on about every episode of the show.
Yeah.
You know, people, your listeners are going to be like, they're going to know it already. And
well, no, because they'd be in the comments with it.
Yeah.
Are they listening right now?
They would be in the comments. Yeah. 100%.
Okay. This is embarrassing.
No, not at all. Nick Graham says, "Greeting, fellas. What's up, Nick?" Sven says, "Hey."
Yeah, let's.
Marcy Stott, all the way from Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
Says hi.
From Seattle, Washington.
Well, she lives here, but she's in Seattle.
Oh, okay.
But it sounds cooler if I say all the way from Seattle.
No, I get it. I've been to Seattle.
I'm,
nice area.
Yeah. Have you done comedy out west?
Yeah.
You've been all over the country, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been all over. I've been to L.A. and I've done Vegas. Not like a week in Vegas, but I did a guest spot at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club.
Oh, very cool.
And that was fun. And then I did. I've done a lot of this. I know you've been track of the states.
I know you've been around. I know a lot of it was. I don't want to say regional, but like the St. Louis, like I've seen a lot of that around here.
Yeah.
Kind of, but I didn't know how expansive the touring schedule I had ever gotten.
Well, I mean, you go anywhere you can make money.
Sure.
So if I got to fly myself somewhere, I still have to make money.
Sure.
So I've been offered gigs, a lot of gigs out of the area where I'm going to make money.
But it's got to be profitable.
Right.
Makes sense.
So, but unless I think it's going to be good for the career, like a investment into the career.
Right.
You know, I did a couple things in LA, and man, I did this place called the M Bar, which is just a little one-nighter. It's literally just a bar. It's a nice bar. I don't know if it's still around, but I did a place called the M Bar. There was what's that show? The 10 Things I Hate About Your Mother or something like that.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days?
No, the Neil Patrick Harris show with the guy.
How I Met Your Mother?
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. 10 Things I Hate About Your Mother.
No, that was a show too.
Oh, wait.
Is this the kid?
No.
Fuck, that's all I got, dude. I tried real hard.
We all tried.
It's fine. I'll find it later.
Yeah.
We'll mosey on past it like it never happened.
Yeah, that's
Even
fine.
though we know it's not possible to do that.
I'll just get a text from a random number and it'll just be a weird picture of a guy who's like, found it. I'm like, what? What?
Well, I was doing this show and the guy that introduced me, I kind of knew him a little bit. He introduced me. By the way, I say that about the TV show because the guy that was from that show, from the Neil Patrick Harris show,
Sure.
the main guy who not everybody knows.
No,
Not Jason Segel, not Neil Patrick Harris.
Ted Mosby, but
Yeah.
I don't know his real name.
It was that guy. He was at the bar.
Okay.
And then the guy that was in The Office who married Pam or was going to marry Pam.
Oh, that is Jim, but what is
Not
his?
Jim, but it was the other. It was the factory. It was the worker.
Oh,
The first guy that she was engaged to.
I should watch
Before
more
Jim.
Office.
Anyway,
Caleb,
that guy.
Caleb would know, dude.
He was there too, but they introduced me as making his Los Angeles debut. I'm like, no, don't do that. No, I just want to blend in. Don't
Right.
Don't draw any attention to
do
myself.
that.
Right.
And it was, oh my God, I ate a dick on stage. It
Yeah.
was just awful. I did
So-
not, it was so bad. I looked at the crowd, I go, so what do you guys want to talk about? And it was just bad. It was not fun.
So that intro kind of ruined the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I still take the blame. I ruined it. I could have bounced
Right.
back, but it just was not jiving with them. It just,
Right.
But yeah, I mean, he did set me up poorly.
Yeah.
And I just did not. It just didn't go well. And then I did Largo. It's called Largo at the Coronet, which is a very kind of alt comedy. It's like where Patton has been and Sarah Silverman and
Okay.
Margaret Cho. That sort of demographic, that level.
Sure.
And so one of my good friends. Is Greg Barrett, and he wrote the book "He's Just Not That Into You."
Okay.
Which became the movie, and,
Sure.
and, then,
Great
and then
movie.
Greg had a TV show, talk show for a couple seasons. Anyway, so I'm out there hanging out with Greg, and he's having me open for him a couple places, and then he goes, "Hey, man, do you want to do a spot at Largo with us?" So I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be great." So and again, it's alt comedy. I'm not alt comedy. I don't think. Pretty sure I'm not, but. At the time, it was Greg Barrett, Dave Anthony, a guy named Will Anderson from Australia, Jonah Ray, who's a very popular old comic, and then I can't remember who else was there. Oh, Mark Maron. Mark Maron was
Okay.
there on the show, and then me, right? And he gave me a 10-minute spot. I'm like, oh, that's pretty good.
It's generous.
And
yeah.
again, not doing well. I'm not doing well. And they can smell the road on me. They can tell I'm a road comic.
Right.
Not one of them. And nothing against me or them. I'm just saying I'm just not their speed. Not their what they want.
Right.
But I finally look at them, and I'm talking about, cheese sticks. You got, you could do a bit about cheese sticks.
Yeah.
And I go, you guys like cheese sticks? I was like, talking about mozzarella cheese sticks? And I get nothing from the crowd. And I go, hold on. You know what? I just want to let you people know I went to Kohl's and I bought a fucking chain wallet just to blend in with you assholes. Okay? Now, you guys like food? Have you guys heard about food here, you dumb motherfuckers? And I just kind of went off and they woke up and that part killed.
Sure.
Huge laugh. And then I finished off pretty good, but man, that was scary.
Getting there. Took
a little
Yeah.
while to break the
oh
ice.
my God. But I'll fully admit if I'm not doing well, but man, that was scary.
Yeah. So, one thing I've always wanted to ask you, because I saw this and then I didn't hear much else from that, but you opened for Sportsman for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. We did 20 dates together, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
How is he?
He's great.
Yeah.
He is so nice. And I really enjoy. He's got 3 or 4 other opening acts. So he rotates us in and
Yeah.
out. So I just caught him at a time. He just wanted something new and a fresh face to sort of open for him.
Sure.
And I got to watch him work on his some stuff before on, I don't know if it was this, I think it was this last special or something like that. Maybe, I can't remember. I think he's had a couple new specials since I, have known him.
Right.
But yeah, he saw me in a cruise ship. He was there with his friends, just on a cruise, saw my show. Well, he first messaged me. He goes, "Hey man, I'm on your ship." And I'm like, why the hell is Nick Swartzen?
Messaging me?
Yeah,
Why is he
I don't
in my
know Nick
DMs,
Swartzen.
dude?
I mean, I know who he is, obviously, because I'm
Sure.
I'm a fan. I think he's very funny.
Right.
And I messaged a buddy of mine, and I'm like, what do I do? Because I still get a little, I don't even know.
Like starstruck kind of?
Yeah, kind of. I guess that's the word for it. But I'm also I don't. What are you talking to me for? And he goes, just invite him to the show. I'm like, all right, that's normal. That's a normal thought.
Yeah.
So, because I get so in my head about these things. And so I messaged him, hey man, why don't you come to my show? Yeah, we're planning on it. So he saw my show. He goes, hey man, you're really funny. Come see me in the bar dance area. They've got music and stuff. And so I found him and his friends. He goes, "Hey man, you're really funny. Oh, I appreciate that." He goes, "Do you want to open for me on my fall tour?" And I go, "Hell yeah, dude, that'd be great." So then I just started opening for him. So he a lot of comics say stuff, but they don't ever follow through.
Right.
He followed through fine.
That's awesome.
It was great. I did some legendary theaters because of him, and then I did the Mirage before it got bought out in Vegas. It was great.
So Matthew Jackson. Matthew Jackson
The
says,
hairstylist or the tattoo artist?
the hairstylist
Okay, all right.
says the ghost hunter
Oh snap!
says I taught Jeff how to draw nudes in the nude. I just need to clarify the rumor I just started.
Oh God.
Matt Jackson, a funny guy, he'll be on the show on October 30th.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow,
so-
what a waste of time. No, that's a real thought. That's a real thought I have. It's
Yeah.
He's a nice guy, but a bit of a snooze.
Oh wow!
No, he's great.
Can't
I
wait.
love-
It's a spooky episode. So,
Oh no, that's gonna be fantastic.
He's got a lot of cool
yeah,
stuff.
I'm on his ghost investigation team.
Okay.
He's kind enough to let me.
Oh, you're a team member.
Yeah, yeah. I got a shirt.
Yeah,
Okay?
hey, that's fair.
Hey, don't you fucking question
I
me.
would never would. I never would.
I mean, he's got all the gadgets.
Now that I know there's shirts, dude, I kind of want a shirt.
Well, he'll be here.
You're not getting a shirt.
Can we do the episodes like with just flashlights in front? We just turn all the lights off. And
Yeah,
just-
we'll kill these lights.
We just
and
have candles
We'll just
in
have
front of us?
uplighting from the floor.
we just have candles. That's
Yeah.
it, dude. I got some oil lamps at home. They
And
probably
not a
got
real,
whale fat
not a
in them.
real ghost, but someone just to like kind of pass through the room every
That's
now
it.
and again.
Yeah, in a sheet.
What the fuck
There's
was
a bed
that?
sheet.
Wait, why do you have oil lamps?
I think it's still got whale fat in it from when my grandpa was a kid.
Okay.
I don't know, dude. He never really got rid of anything, So
Oh
he just-
wow, he was
yeah.
a hoarder.
Yeah, hoarder.
So my mom texted me, and my
Uh-huh.
mom said, "Is it this guy?"
Yes.
All right,
Yes!
mom for the win.
Holy shit!
Look, now you don't have to Google it when you go back to food, dude.
Oh,
that could have got real weird.
that
real
helps
quick.
a
Yeah,
lot.
so
Doesn't he
we'll
kinda
throw
look
it up
like
in
him
the,
a little
in the,
bit?
in
Just
the
a-
camera there. We'll put that because I, don't really have that production. Like
Dude, that guy's eyes are huge. Are my eyes really that big?
no,
Yeah.
Do I,
No.
do I look that bad, really?
no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no,
I mean, at least you're not the fat kid from the Cobra Kai.
no.
I would. Okay. I don't know who that
I'm not
is.
fat shaming, but I mean, that guy's probably dead by now.
I mean, I did call myself Fat Thor earlier.
You did.
Well, that might be my Halloween costume this year.
You might as well go with it. We've talked about Chris Hemsworth on literally every episode
That
of the
him
show.
and Tim Gilpin.
Yeah. By the way, hey Tim Gilpin,
Yeah.
how you doing? You know Tim,
I don't think so.
retired firefighter, good dude.
Okay.
Wants to kind of check out the podcast from time to time. He's like, I ain't going on. He's always joke, I ain't going on that motherfucking podcast. I was like, we'll talk about you.
Yeah.
So every show we obligatorily mention his name. Well,
Every
way to
time.
drop
Okay.
that in.
See, I had to. Just
Way to drop that in
little
tonight.
sprinkle of Gilpin in there.
Yeah. See, and now we're past.
You ever get somebody coming up to you that knows you, but you have no idea?
I do.
He gets it more than I do.
Okay.
So I get it literally in Kroger probably twice a month.
Just Kroger?
That's it. Literally just Kroger.
Oh wow.
I mean, that's really like I usually I'm there. I cook a lot, so like I do.
Okay. Do
I
you go Krogering a lot?
I go a lot, dude.
Okay.
I need Kroger. Yeah, way too much.
I would have pegged you for an Aldi kind of guy.
See,
I like
that's
that.
where you would be wrong.
I like to Aldi.
Tyler is
so-
a very Tyler's the I would almost call Tyler a high end chef.
Yeah.
Really?
So,
He's really good.
So I get paid to cook most of the time.
Really?
So, Kroger. If
You got,
I'm
like,
shopping for myself,
saucepans and whatnot.
oh yeah, dude, got it all.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm getting stuff for me, I shop anywhere. Aldi,
Okay.
Sam's Club, wherever is cheap, I'll eat it. Right.
Dude, I got to tell you, I before I started on cruise ships, I was Aldi all the time. It was.
You know
Like-
what Aldi has that's really good?
What's
You
that?
like hummus?
I do. They
Dude,
do have good hummus.
Dude, like little individual. I've eaten so many hummus in the past fucking 2 weeks. I'm about to go start fighting for Israel.
they got really
dude.
good chicken salad there too. Get their chicken salad. Chicken salad's better than any other grocery store I've ever
Really?
had. Yeah.
I always
Go to
I'm
Aldi.
not- like everyone always.
They got two versions.
The 7K chicken salad. So like
Mm.
that's I don't really eat. I usually make chicken salad.
Yeah. I've never made it, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I can make a good ass.
Really?
I can take a whole chicken. Yeah. You start with anytime you start with like the raw naked bird. It's it's gonna be good, dude.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I love cooking, by the way, and For a long time, I bought Alfredo sauce, and I'm like, wait, I've heard this is not that hard to
It's
make.
not, dude.
And I looked it up. I was like, son of a bitch, I could have been having fresh
It's like 4 fucking
Alfredo.
things.
Yeah,
It's like four,
not even that.
And it's good. It's
yeah,
good.
it's so much better.
Yeah.
My mom says his name is Dutch. She thinks.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. She thinks so. So there's some 80-20.
Yeah, that movie
She's
came out in
probably-
'84.
She's probably right. But
So he looks probably different now.
yeah.
But then
I wonder if he aged as good as I did.
you're still aging. So, right? What do you got? 50, 60 years left?
He's surprised to have the first 32, to be honest.
Oh,
Yeah.
one more and you
set.
got Jesus'
Yeah.
age.
We're
So
set.
Every year we take now, we're on borrowed time.
We're
brother.
setting
Okay.
records. We're
watch
setting
out for
records.
Pontius Pilate next year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
right.
doctor's like, shit, dude, your liver doesn't look a day over 72.
Are you a drinker?
Well,
Used to be.
I haven't drank for 2 weeks.
He's reformed now because
And the only reason I haven't drank for 2 weeks is because I made a cocktail and my wife, I'm like, hey, you want to try this? She's like, oh God, she's like, that's bad. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I can barely taste the Blackberry Crown. So
Okay.
she wanted to try Blackberry Crown. So naturally I tried it.
Nice.
And yeah, it was way too strong for her. She's like, I bet you couldn't go a whole month without drinking. I'm like, bet I can.
Oh, wow. You're going to win that, right? You're going to win that bet.
No doubt, dude.
Good for
yeah,
you.
he can do it. We
No
like I
doubt.
said, we went from drinking. God, during COVID, all we did was drink and party, drink, party, and turn the cameras on and show the whole world the dumb shit we were doing.
Yeah.
And then one day we just had to stop.
Well, we didn't. Well,
When you got
Well, it
sick,
gets expensive after a while, too.
when you got sick,
yeah.
like the first time, like
I mean, I guess, yeah, I wouldn't really call it getting sick.
no,
like,
but you
I had,
identified a problem.
I had blood work done, and my doctor's like, brother, if there was a chart on here, you'd be off of them.
Oh, wow.
right.
I'm like, all right, dude. Well, how bad are we, doc? What I got to do here? He's like, you need to stop. I'm like, well, can we just baby steps into that, or like, how's this work? But yeah, I've slowed way down.
Yeah.
really. I mean, and my doc, he's kind of like, oh, it's not really that big of a problem, but like, if you want to live to be like 50, it's probably a problem.
Oh,
right?
oh, wow.
Maybe not 50, but you know what I mean? Like
Sure.
maybe 45. No, I'm just, no, I'm just kidding. No, but he didn't seem that concerned, but he's like, yeah, we probably need to nip it in the bud while I mean, you're only 32, right? I'm like, I think I was 30 at the time, but same thing.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so I'm like, well, better do something about it. And I did. Like, I mean, I still drink every now and then.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's when you got to switch to Diet Coke and Jack.
Yeah, right.
yeah,
Jack and
that's what I
Diet.
drank anyway. I
Yeah.
thought I was being fucking healthy, but apparently I wasn't, dude.
I'm going to switch to getting that fish sandwich from McDonald's.
Yeah, give me that. Wait, what part of the fish is fucking square, dude?
God damn it. I only laughed right there because I just had deja vu. I don't know why, but I had a deja vu when you said I'm going to switch to the fish sandwich. Like, you get those, right? Like, people get deja vu.
Every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what that was, but like
I usually get deja vu,
in
and
what
then I'm
other
paranoid
dimension
for a
did
half
Jeff
hour.
Bodart tell me he was switching to the fish sandwich?
Yeah, I get it. Anytime I
what
get
was
deja vu,
that?
dude, for like a half hour, I'm freaking out. I'm like, fuck, dude,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, dude.
Have you ever developed an opinion on what that might be? What that
Deja vu.
phenomenon might
I don't
be?
know. I think that's. I mean, I'm a. If you want to get ethereal
And I do.
or metaphysical,
I always do.
I am a big believer of signs, and I'm a big believer of the manifesting things, making things happen in the universe, spirit guides,
Yeah.
all that stuff, psychic stuff. I mean, I'm into all that stuff, ghost stuff, obviously. But as far as deja vu goes, it's one of those things I don't know. I think it might be maybe similar to what the Matrix is. Something got changed. I
Yeah.
think that's an interesting concept to think of it that way.
No,
that's interesting.
Totally.
I mean, normally every time I have deja vu, like I remember the deja vu pretty
Yeah.
clear, and something bad has always happened after that moment, and nothing bad ever happened. So maybe something bad is supposed to happen, and someone like fixed it, and I'm just like, oh, I remember this. What the
And
fuck's
see,
about to go
yeah,
on?
I thought the same thing.
I do it
so
all the
every time
time.
I get it, I'm like, shit, I know what happens next, but then that thing doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Right.
And it's like, Jesus, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what semi truck I was about to get hit
Yeah.
by, but
It's like when you
thank
wake up from,
for
like,
bailing me
very-
out of that one.
It's funny because I just had deja vu, and I hadn't had it for a long time. I used to get it all the time as a kid.
Yeah.
All the time. But as an adult, and not as much. But then it was like, I had it, and I'm like, wait, I I've had this like 3 times, I think.
Yeah.
The same
deja vu.
Yeah.
yeah. I've had
Yeah.
the same deja vu.
that
times.
blew my mind.
Yeah.
It's like now you don't get deja vu. You just go to deja vu.
Yeah.
When you get older, you know, you just whatever.
Let me give an example real quick of the spirit guide thing, because I do think we all get spirit guides.
Yeah.
Because I think you all have, everybody has one spirit guide for their whole life. Okay.
Mine's probably stressed the fuck out, dude.
Maybe because you're not, you're not listening to them. Maybe you are
that's
now.
probably my fault.
But
That's
there's
probably
also
my fault.
spirit guides you get for certain points in your life
Okay.
to deal with things. I think you get a career one for a short time, or whatever things you're going through, adversity, whatever. But I think I have a comedy spirit guide, and this is so weird to say. I've never actually said this out loud to anybody. I've said it to like a friend who's into the same stuff. But anyway, I felt for a long time I could feel somebody with me on stage, because I make such old references sometimes that are not for me. It's not from my era.
Okay.
And it's very strange stuff. So then I'll tell you real quick, I have an image of who they are, what they look like, and then I talk to a psychic and I got a reading, and I go, just to see what she would say. I go, can you see my spirit guide? She goes, yeah. And I go, for comedy? She goes, yeah. And I go, what's he look like? And she said, short, possibly Jewish, quick-witted, always got a joke. It's just kind of like, hey, and described what he's wearing. I'm like, oh my God. And it was exactly what I was thinking. And so I don't know if that's sort of the prototypical, old style comic, but that's exactly who I've been picturing on stage with me for a while. Because I make these, and some of these jokes that sometimes I say off the cuff, I have no idea where that came from. Like, for example, I was in Wisconsin doing a show, and I was on stage, and it's a bit I use to this day. I don't even know where it came from, but I was talking about having gas, in your 20s you think you're farting all the time, but in your 40s you wake up and your blanket's on the ceiling fan, right?
Right.
So there's a whole section of this, and I am on stage doing this, and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what joke I'm going for. I'm just saying it, and it just popped out of my mouth. The whole thing. It was finished and written. I'm like, I've never said this before.
And you had no clue.
No. And there was a lady on stage, and it was years and years ago. And sometimes, you say things, and you're like, I'm not sure what's going to happen. So then I said, hey, I was in Louisville, and there was a black lady in the front row. She goes, ooh, and I go, oh, okay, you're from Louisville. She goes, yeah. And I go, oh, that's great. I love Louisville. She goes, yeah. And I go, and I look around, and I go, oh, it looks like you're the only one here. You're the only one here is from Louisville. So I guess that means you're in the minority twice. So, and you know how you say something, you're like, I don't know if I should have said that.
Yeah.
But
that sometimes it happens before you say it, but sometimes.
and then a huge laugh, because it's nothing bad.
Right.
It's just majority.
It's true.
That's all it is.
Right.
Just that's how the words are used.
That's the
and
easiest
she
way
laughed.
to dance with racism without being racist.
Yeah, and it wasn't even
Right.
racist.
Right.
It was just like, there's a majority, there's a minority.
Oh, it's because I'm black? No, it's because you're a woman.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's just a huge, but you have those things, and I think,
Yeah.
oh, where'd that come from?
That's wild.
So,
Spirit guide for comedy. Jewish Danny DeVito.
yeah,
Basically.
maybe.
Jewish
Okay.
Danny DeVito.
Okay.
Because I've always been fascinated with those, those, what do they call them? Those vacation camps, like where they're camping and kind of like Dirty Dancing. You know, the Borscht Belt, that kind of thing. And comics used to travel, upstate New York, and they have all those little vacation areas, and they would go one night, or whatever. And I've always been fascinated with that, And then I talked to another comic who's out of New York, lives in Florida now, but then I talked to him about that, and he goes, "Well, you're doing that now." And I go, "Really?" He goes, "Cruise ships." I go, "Oh, I didn't think about that."
Yeah.
Because they have the dance competitions and the pool, the belly flop, and all these games for families. I'm like, "Oh, that he's right."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Yeah. So I'm doing it now.
What do you do with your cruise ship downtime?
I draw a lot.
Yeah.
I draw a lot.
So I
I gave
see
up
that.
gambling 8 months ago, altogether.
So you did gamble.
Now you don't even gamble on farts anymore?
Well, listen, sir.
Right.
I do.
When you eat cruise ship food as much as you eat, there's no way you don't gamble on
and
farts.
they even talked about that on the Bob and Tom show. I mean, I mentioned cruise ship food being gross, and it's really not.
No.
It's because I have it all the time.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, this again. It's fresh. It's good food, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want this.
Fuck, flat iron steak and escargot again.
Kind of, yeah.
This fucking sucks.
So I do a lot of drawing. I walk a fair amount, and I do go into different ports. I've been to Cozumel a lot. I've made friends with the guy who sells jewelry there.
I like Cozumel.
Yeah?
I've been to the Senor Frogs in Cozumel and had one of the best.
It's a cigar bar, and you can buy cigars there or have a drink, whatever. And that's the place I go. Or you can catch a cab and go down a few miles to this little hangout. That's a lot of where the entertainers go.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant down there.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. So
I have a cruise ship port story that was like we were in Belize one time.
I believe you.
Yeah, and they told us
Simple but effective.
simple but effective. They told us like not to leave. Actually, it's me and Brian, the guy that was here.
Oh,
We were
my
like,
God. You've got to be kidding me.
Did we freeze?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at my eyes.
We almost got through an
And-
entire hour of this without that happening. And
This hasn't happened for
very
like
often.
yeah, it hasn't
Hasn't
happened for
in
a long time.
But we are absolutely frozen.
Are we still recording?
Yeah. I mean, you can still hear us.
Okay.
No.
You can't still hear us.
I don't think, no. So here's what we're going to do.
No. Yeah, your mom said that you can still hear us. You just can't see us.
Oh, yeah? You can see us.
Yeah.
We're just,
Sean, we just told Sean something fucking exciting as shit, dude.
yeah, I don't like that froze face at all.
Let it go.
At all. It's like, that's
Let
the
it
first
go.
time. That's the
Ben
first
said
time.
he likes Frozen better.
Yeah, that's the first time I saw
Your mom's frozen.
Porno Mag.
And he was about to tell the
You
most
were
epic
you
ass
were
story,
going
dude.
to make that joke. They can still hear us.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. We
Well.
so we were in Belize and they're like, "Oh, Dad, don't leave the port in Belize without like a tour or whatever." We're like, "All right, whatever. How bad could it really be?" And we go around, we leave, and there's like armed guys at the port entry.
Oh yeah.
So like we just walk across the street, like we'll go find something to do, right? Because we didn't have any plans. And there's just a lone guy standing across the street. We're like, okay. He's like, "What are you guys looking to do?" We're like, "I don't know. Hang out in Belize, have a good time." So this guy is like, "All right, my van's right around the corner." We're like, he had like a name tag on.
Oh.
Dude. I mean, he could have like printed it off from anywhere. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't very official, but it was like, I mean, it's official enough.
Yeah, I get it.
So I was like, we're like, all right, dude, whatever. And then he's like, all you got to do is just fill my car up with fuel, right? We're like, okay. So he like filled his car up with however many liters of gas.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, all right, Mayan ruins. We're like, let's go, dude. He drove us to the Mayan ruins. He gave us the best fucking tour ever. Then he's like, man, you guys smoke weed? And we're like, dude, we're in fucking Belize in your car. We're whatever you're gonna do, we're about to go do with you.
Yeah.
He like stopped at a mango stand, bought some mangoes, got me some cashews that were like home roasted. Like,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude. He just handed them back to. I'm snacking in the back of this dude fucking van. We go to his buddy's house. They go buy some shit ditch weed. Like we're just hanging out with this guy for like 4 hours,
Nice.
and then. He's like, oh shit, we gotta get you guys back to the port or whatever. So he took us back, and we're like, then you think back on stuff like that, and you're like, we could have died.
Yeah, that's true.
We could have died. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that guy was just cool though, right? He didn't give a shit. He didn't even charge us any money. I mean, we obviously gave him a huge ass tip because we made it back alive. But
Oh yeah.
like, he didn't ask for any money. He just wanted, like, he probably just gets his car filled up and like just drives people around, and whatever gas he has left is just a win. Yeah, dude, it's
That's
fun.
really cool. That,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a
that's-
neat port story.
That is
Yeah, that is a good
awesome,
story.
right?
That is a good port story.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. That's probably like one of my favorite port experiences.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
I'm glad it happened at the end.
Oh, the freezing.
The freeze, the cameras. Apparently, we can still be heard and seen. We're not audio recording anymore, but I can go and extract the audio from the video.
From the video, yeah.
Not a big deal. I can fix this.
Okay.
But as for this episode, at least we're near the end.
Yeah.
So-
What's your favorite port stop on your cruises?
I like St. Martin, really only because there's a guy that makes sells cigars.
Okay.
I like cigars, so there's that. And but I really like going Boston to Maine to Canada. I like that cruise.
So I feel like that'd be a pretty cool cruise.
It's awesome. I love Maine. I didn't realize how beautiful Maine was.
The coastal Maine.
Yeah, it is gorgeous. And then we went to I flew to LA, and then we went. I think we went south for a bit. Went to Ensenada, which is not bad, and then Puerto Vallarta at one point. And there's a Walmart right across the street from the port in Puerto Vallarta, and it's all Spanish. So I mean, speaking Spanish, and there's not a lot of English speaking in Walmart, really.
Right.
Just pretty much Spanish. So I've been learning Spanish again, and on Duolingo and whatnot.
Sure.
And I was in there, and I'm like, oh, all right, I can, labels. It's easy. That's fine. Chips are chips, whatever. Pops. And so I got what I needed, and then but there's a lady there, there's no plastic bags. You have to buy a bag. So if you want to carry your stuff.
That's like Aldi.
Oh yeah, yes, it's like Aldi. So then I'm there, and then this lady asked me in Spanish, "What do I need?" And I go, "Necesito una bolsa, por favor." And she goes, "Oh, okay," and she gives me one. I'm like, "Oh, I did it! I spoke Spanish!"
Right, effectively.
Fuck, dude.
I got the bag I asked for. I did not ask about her cat and what he might be interested in doing later.
Yeah.
I didn't ask that.
That's a win-win, dude.
She goes verde, which is the green one. Yeah, the green one.
Yeah.
So
hell yeah, dude.
it was great. I mean, but then and speaking of that particular trip, Catalina Island, which is like California.
Where they do the wine
That
mix
is,
are at.
yeah, exactly. That place. Oh my God, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my God, and then I've been up to Canada, which is like Canada and Alaska. Those are fantastic. Those are my favorite ones.
So yeah, because did you see the Northern Lights?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, that's a bucket list item for me.
It's beautiful.
And it's just an Alaskan cruise is all it would require.
Do you get to pick the cruise you go on, or they just tell you like, hey,
no,
you're
they
going on
just
this? They just tell you which ones.
Yeah.
So like, do they just put you in a room, or like, is there like a special room for like the entertainers, like a special spot?
No, I mean, there's technically probably a special area of the ship where they put the entertainers, but they're guest rooms.
Okay.
So I have a guest room when I get it, and I'm guaranteed a window. It's in my contract that I get a window.
Okay.
So.
You guys are all just in one second. They're like, we hit an iceberg, save the fucking middle of the boat quick. Like, we that's where all our fucking money's wrapped up at, dude. They're like, fucking.
Those ships are some of the safest.
100%.
I've never once been worried on a cruise ship.
They've got all kinds of lifeboats. They've got all kind of protocols they follow when something happens, and they are very well prepared.
Yeah. Well,
for
like,
anything.
I think it's kind of eerie, like whenever we go, because like we'll do like Southern Caribbean or whatever, and like you're cruising on those, like you have 2 days at sea, so you're like in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Sure.
But you go out there, and sometimes it's like dark, and you and you like look out, and you're like, this is fucking like it's kind of eerie.
You don't know dark of night until you're out on the water.
Imagine
and you can't find the moon.
Yeah. When you can't find the moon, that's the worst.
Like, I gotta go inside.
Imagine being on a fucking pirate ship in like the fucking 1500s or some shit, 1600s, 17, whenever, Yeah. Like imagine being on an old shitty wooden ship, like you didn't have Wi-Fi to be like, fuck this shit.
All the creaking and
dude. You know how scary that probably was? Giant fucking octopus and shit that you had to fight off all the time.
A whole wooden ship, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then there's a annoying ass parrot for sure on there.
I mean, they probably didn't have, weatherproofing.
Oh hell no.
I bet they had methods.
Sort of
I bet they had methods to kind of stabilize that.
Yeah.
They had to have.
Yeah, they had to, right?
I think so. Like to waterproof it, kind of like.
Yeah, well, to kind of make the wood.
Well, so I think they
able to take on or not take on so much take in so much water.
So I think they like the boards actually I think have gaps in them, but they like pack like some like hair shit in there and like seal it up. Like I think that's how they do it.
That's what it.
Maybe
because
there you go.
Yeah. So because like obviously wood is going to expand and contract all the time, so they fill it with that. So it because I watched something and there's a guy that they were repairing an old wood boat for whatever reason, and he was like digging that out and like
really
kind of I assume that's kind of what they did for back. But yeah,
that's fascinating though.
Yeah. It'd be you just have like a bucket of fucking swamp tar next to you. You're just like fucking old bog shit.
I mean, they gotta have it on board too if they're gonna make some repairs, right?
Yeah. The Mayflower, like the ships like that they come across the Atlantic on, like those had to be like there had to be a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like the lifeboats, like now the lifeboats are like a fucking pod. You get in there and you're like, hell yeah, nothing's gonna fuck with me in here. You get on a lifeboat and it's just a shittier little boat than what you're on. Like it's like a shittier version. You're like, holy fuck, dude. You got 2 oars and you're like, come on.
Sometimes you got to take a tender from the ship to the shore.
Yeah.
It's too shallow for the ship to get in, and some of those are an actual just lifeboat, not from the ship, but it's just a lifeboat that they use, or they come out from the shore to get the people and you just take them back and forth. I'm like, so this is what a lifeboat is.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
We were in Cancun. Some of our friends, they had a condo down there, so we used to go with them on spring break. And I don't know if you've ever been on catamaran before.
I don't think so.
But that's the most fun boat experience I've ever had, because like there was like off the coast of Cancun, there was like this little island, and like the whole way there, it was like 10 or 15 feet deep. Like you could see the bottom the whole way there.
Oh, wow.
So like, and the catamaran is just like big tunes with a big net kind of stretch over. So you're just laying on this fucking net over the water.
Oh,
and it's
no
just
way.
Like, yeah, dude, you're just like, they had an open bar on there.
Oh,
I drink more tequila sunrises than I probably should have. But like, it was awesome. Like, yeah, I don't know.
That sounds rad.
Yeah.
I'd do that.
Yeah.
Great times. I do love cruising. I had considered working on a cruise ship, like because I do a lot of things that could be like jobs on a cruise, like karaoke DJ, event DJ, things like that. I've never been a masseur.
I mean, you could probably go on a cruise ship.
I don't think so. I think
You could probably get a job on a cruise ship.
requires a license to
For what?
massage people.
Oh yeah. Well, there's
Yeah, heard it both ways.
Yeah, right.
We went to Honduras one time, and one of the crew got off of the boat with us. It's the same trip that we went to Belize on. We stopped at Honduras.
I believe you. Huh?
It got
Twice.
me again, dude.
Back again.
No, but we stopped, and this guy gets off, right? He's in like the crew uniform, like the white uniform thing that they wear, and we're the last taxi out. Like we're the last taxi, because the Roatan on the island, I don't know if you've ever been there. It's like it's like one road. That's like the whole island is one straight road.
yeah.
And like we were the last taxi out, and the guy's like, that's putting us in the taxi. He's like, hey, this guy needs a ride. You guys are the last taxi. You care if he just catches a ride with you, right? Like, I gotta be going to the same fucking place because there's literally one path, right? All right, go ahead and get in. So he gets in. He's like, oh yeah, I need a haircut. We're like, okay. And our cab driver takes him to a barbershop. But right next to the barbershop was a whorehouse.
Oh wow.
And we didn't know that. Like, we don't know what it is. And the taxi driver's like, yeah, man, they get off the boat here and they say they need a haircut, and then I drop them off there and they just go right next door. And I'm like, that cheeky little bastard.
Oh wow.
And they call it cheeky there. So if you ever heard him say cheeky in the Roatan or whatever, that's what it is. But yeah,
Rotan's that one's a little sketchy.
Yeah.
That one is a little sketchy. I will say that.
I've only been to a few of the ports. Like I haven't cruised a lot. I wouldn't call myself like I've been to Freeport and Nassau. Been to Cozumel, Key West, and Bimini. Those are the only 5.
Yeah. I think the Bahamas are like the only ones I probably haven't been to.
Yeah. Bimini was my favorite.
Yeah, I haven't been to any of the Bahamas, but I think all the, like, I don't know, what is it, Southern, Eastern, Western Caribbean, like I think all of those I've at least been on once.
I held a sloth in Roatan.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I don't mean that sexually. I just mean
just
What,
held a sloth.
what was her name?
I held my sloth. Ew, comedy, everybody.
Well
Got
done.
him.
Oh man, I used to have a button.
Yeah.
Comedy.
So you're looking over there.
I bet that's cool though, holding the sloth, dude. Like,
It's very very docile.
yeah, dude. They never get in a hurry about shit.
Nope.
They're just like, what's up, brother?
They're pretty cute.
I do still have a button. Oh, I gotta turn it up though.
That worked.
Oh,
There we go.
I do still have a button.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it again. I'll do it again. So I held a sloth in Roatan. I don't mean that sexually.
Comedy timing.
Comedy, everybody. All right, this is Jeff
Dude,
Bodart
Jeff,
coming
we-
live right now.
Jeff, we appreciate you coming tonight, man.
Yeah, dude, it's
big,
cool. Thank
big,
you.
huge
Yeah.
ups.
Glad to be here.
Like I said, does more for us than it does for you. We know that. So
No, it's been fun.
yeah,
It's been
I'm
a lot
glad
of
you
fun.
had a good time. Yeah, anything you want to say to the listeners before we go?
Well, yeah, just come out and see a show sometime. I got a
So-
show. When
When are you in Columbus next?
Someone
Well,
just said something about
Saturday.
the Crump.
You're in Columbus Saturday at the
Saturday
Crump.
at the Crump, yeah.
Okay.
My buddy Chris Dugdale, he's a magician, and he is outstanding. He is going to be closing up the show. I'm opening the
Chris
show.
Dugdale.
Chris Dugdale. He's from
Okay.
England, lives in Maryland now, but he's entertained the Queen. He's entertained Prince Harry and Prince William and even the King.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's really, really a cool guy.
How
And
does
he's
one
coming
get-
to
Been
Columbus,
around.
Indiana.
Yeah.
How does one get tickets for this?
They can go on Eventbrite or they can go to my Facebook. Just look me up, Jeff Bodart. Or you can go to the Crunks Facebook and you can find a link there to the Eventbrite
Okay.
thing. And there's just different levels of tickets, whatever you want. So there's like the
Very
VIP
cool.
and red carpet. Or
I think they've
just a
like
basic
redone the
ticket.
inside of the Crump, right?
Yeah, they're working on it and they've done a
Working on
lot.
it.
They've
They're
done a
working
lot.
hard. They've done a lot.
I used to
but
go to
it's-
like shows, like music shows there when I was in
Yeah.
high school still. Like,
Yeah.
the punk rock shows.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to go to and I remember what it looked like then.
Yeah.
But
I,
they can,
I still thought it was cool.
They can check me out at jeffbodart.com or they can
Yes.
find me on Instagram. Or, you know, if you want to see my drawings, go to Jeff Bodart Art on Instagram.
And you know what's sad is I was actually going to get to the drawings and show a couple of the drawings on the screen, and now I no longer have the ability
Well, that's
to
okay.
do that because, man, bad
That's
luck.
all right. It happens.
Yeah. We can show him the one where he drew me like one of his French girls.
Oh, snap.
Whoa.
It only took one grape to cover me, but I mean it's whatever. He put the rest of the fruit there to make me feel good. He put the whole cornucopia there, but I mean, come on,
It only took one.
we didn't need all of them. He was just being kind.
Yeah.
Jeff, we really appreciate you. One thing I want to say real quick. My cousin Michael Flack
Oh,
in
yeah.
the comments. What's up, Jeffrey? One of the funniest guys I know and great artist too.
Oh, lovely.
So yeah,
He's a great guy. Known
Mike's
him a
my
long
cousin.
time.
Congratulations, Mike. By the way, the newest appointed head baseball coach
Yeah.
at Hauser High School.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Mike Flack doing it.
yeah,
That's
Doing it up.
fantastic. And my
Doing it
brother, my brother Mike, is the varsity baseball coach at North. So
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
Oh yeah.
Small world.
Yeah, I didn't know. Did he play at Hauser?
Yeah,
he played.
So
He was
Mike,
good.
Mike played his younger brother Tony was close.
okay,
to
so
your
yeah,
age.
so Tony.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah,
so,
Tony played a lot. He
Yeah.
he played in college too, didn't he?
Yeah, so I went to Hauser, and probably why my math sucks. But yeah, that's where I played, and I knew the name Tony Flack. I never knew Mike. But
older brother.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense, dude.
Yeah.
Like you ever see
Family.
anyone with the last name
Yeah.
Me outside of Chinatown? Probably related to me.
I believes you.
I believe. That's what we'll take from tonight.
That's what
Tyler,
that's
me,
it.
you got anything to say before we go?
Oh, I did not. It's great having you here, man. It's
Yeah,
man.
fun. It's fun.
Great
Yeah, I hope
times.
I might try to get out Saturday and see if I can get away.
That'd be great.
That actually sounds like fun. What time does that show start?
There's I believe a 2:00 matinee, which is a family-friendly, clean show, and then there's also an 8:00 show, that's just the regular,
All
adult show.
Bets are off
Yeah.
at the 8:00 show.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I got to work Saturday night, but
He's
I'm
like, he's gonna be
interested.
like, Tyler, you
Obviously,
fat
I've seen
bastard,
your
you out
comedy.
in
I
the
would love
crowd.
to see your comedy again.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that in a long time, but
I think it'd be cool.
I like magicians.
That dude,
Yeah.
magicians blow
He's
my
so good.
I like
he won't tell me
magicians.
how anything is done.
They blow
but
my
I
fucking
think
mind,
he's
dude.
truly magical.
Dude.
He's that good.
I saw a guy on a cruise ship one time put a lemon in a coffee cup and it disappeared. Like, I mean, like, I still don't know. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
there's a trick to it, but like
Yeah.
a fucking lemon. Like,
Ah.
he let me hold the lemon and let me see the card, like, and it's gone.
Wow.
The fucking yeah, dude, it blew
Yeah.
my fucking mind. It still blows my mind.
Yeah.
Even think about it.
They're really good. They're really good at what they do.
Like,
They
is
are
that the
really
only thing
good
you
at what
can
they
make-
do.
Is that the only thing you can make disappear, bud?
Can we do another lemon? Let me pick the lemon. Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
dude. Yeah. I brought my own. I'm just gonna bring my own random object in my pocket. So if he does
make
something,
this disappear.
yeah.
Jeff, we really appreciate you. For Tyler, me, and Jeff Bodart, I'm Sean B. And this has been the Mind Snacks Podcast. For those of you watching live or after the live show, watching the video, sorry about the last 10 or 15 minutes. Nothing I can do about it now. But catch us on the podcast at Spotify or iTunes, and catch us on YouTube at Mind Snacks Live. We appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night.